Hey, so one of the things that I've wanted to talk about a lot is buying foreclosures. And one of the things that I see is all this information online about, find your first foreclosure, buy your first foreclosure. And I hate to say it, and I've bought dozens and dozens and dozens of foreclosures, is that it's all bad information. Like, I don't look at any of that having come from having bought them, and I don't look at any of it and go, oh yeah, that's good info. Like, that's exactly what you do. I'm going to tell you about Tennessee. It is a lien title state, which basically means that you give the power to sell your property to the bank or to the trustee, which in this case is to an attorney. When you sign your deed of trust, you say, hey, look, I don't pay you, you can sell my house at the courthouse. That's basically what you say. So that aside, the first thing that you want to do when buying foreclosures, and when I say foreclosure, I really mean buying a pre-foreclosure. Everybody wants to talk about buying REOs. An REO is a true foreclosure, but when you get on foreclosure.com, or when you get on Zillow, or when you get on Realty Track, or any of these sites that claim to have like exclusive foreclosure database access or pre-foreclosure database access, it's all dated information. So by the time that you get the link listing that, oh hey, by the way, this house might be in pre-foreclosure, it's too late. The auction date is passed. I can't tell you the number of auction dates that have passed on foreclosure.com. This is a website that's supposed to specialize in this. It's not there. First thing you want to do, get your money together. Foreclosure sales typically require cash on hand. So if you're going to the auction block, which I suggest you go, even if you don't have money, just to see how it works. I went to the auctions a whole bunch with nothing to buy, just so I could get used to the process. So when I was ready to buy, I knew exactly how it worked. Talk to everybody at the auctions. I can't tell you how much information I learned just by asking people what's going on. Get your money in line. Secondly is track the public notices. In Tennessee, and for a lot of these states, they have to, I know Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, I don't think Mississippi does, but they will they'll publish the public notice that just says, hey, look, on this date and this time there will be a sale for this property. It gets super confusing at first. I'd spend 10 hours a week just typing data into a spreadsheet. Sounds ridiculous, but it's the only way to track the auctions that are coming up. And then go to the auctions. The best information that you'll get is when you know the auction dates, you go to the auction, and let's say the sale is postponed, right? For whatever reason, the sale's postponed. It happens all the time. First off, that weeds out a ton of competition, because the only thing that ever gets published is the auction date. Everything after the auction date, such as a postponement or a cancellation or whatever it is now not public record. So there's not 48 other people tracking this because of a public notice. Your competition just went way down. I didn't understand that at first. When I first started, all these guys are like, with their reams of notes and papers and everything else. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So we're not 731, we're going for 919. Okay, they write that down. And then they would make sure that they came back on 919, because not very many people were tracking the fact that it was 919. Great way to find other deals in foreclosures. So that's really, that's the short of it. Also, I used to spend 3 to 4 hours a day in the car driving and looking at auctions we bought in Memphis. So I wanted to get to know every last bit of the city and every last zip code and every last neighborhood. So when stuff came up, and we've got to the point now where I don't have to go back. I don't have to search. But, because I already know that I don't buy in a certain zip code. Like, oh, I don't buy there. You know why? I don't like that neighborhood. I don't like that area. It's not a place where we can make money. So find the newspapers. That's the last point, is to get all the newspapers that you can find in your area. In Memphis, let's get the Memphis Daily News, the Commercial Appeal. There's a couple other smaller ones. And once you start seeing those listings, just start tracking them. There's ways of doing it online. I'm not going to share that secret today, but there are sources where actually, yeah, you can buy the data directly from the newspaper. They'll ship it to you in an Excel file. I doubt it's going to be in the format you want. So step one, again, here we go. Step one is go find your money. Get $100,000 lined up, because you know what? It's going to disappear in an auction like that. Talk to people, get it funded, get it in cashier's checks. You go to the auctions, you got to have money in hand. Secondly is track the data, of course. Start tracking it today. Start writing down every single public notice, every single address, and just start tracking when the auctions are going to occur. Thirdly, go to the auctions. Just go. Even if you don't have the money lined up yet, start going to the auctions and listening. What's going on? Who's bidding on what? See who the players are. See who shows up every day. Ask questions. And then fourthly, once you've got your data tracked, got your money lined up, and you have seen how the auction works, go out and start visiting. Drive by every single house, because by the way, you can buy a burnout. Just because the bank is foreclosing on it doesn't mean there's a house there. Hello, you can buy a burned out house because they can still foreclose on it. So you got to know what you're buying. So drive by the house. Don't go, looking around, breaking in windows and things like that. But drive by the house. You're going to buy it from a street view anyway. So yeah, there you go. Find your property that you want to buy, and then go buy it and have a max bid in mind. There you go. 4 steps. Awesome. All done. I hope all that makes any sense at all.
That was great.
Cool.